Namanda, Ritsanamanda, 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 Ritsanamanda. No. インド祭典シランゲ中華自治域四国祖現代諸国聖書意妙如来本税大き釈迦如来両合戦一種五妙難天竺流十大智出頭世質の財派無権先絶大乗無情報消化義智小安楽賢治難行六六信行異行指導楽億年見た仏本願自念即自入必上唯の上昇如来語応報大悲偶税音天神菩薩増論説奇妙無下公如来永種ただ見真実公正の頂戴世願こういう本願力へこ移動願上昇一心記入六大崩壊一逆入内へ収集徳試練映像世界即昇信用保証人予本の人間人像入所自由自由下本師の難量天使上高蘭消防殺来三蔵粒子十条教本上宣教気楽法天神菩薩論中下報道因果見世願応見猫ゆたり少女死有心人惑前文部新人没承知承知即涅槃一子無量光明道小主上界不下土砂化小道難所唯妙浄土活如万全自力変言中円満徳語完全上三不三神経音言増末法滅道品一生増悪地偶税死安如外小妙化全道六妙部所意公愛上三如逆悪公明妙語権理念海日本願大違い行者少女今後心狂気知念相互用意大と逆三人即小小市上楽原神公開一大教延期安養神祭先祖出身反戦人法家二度小弁流極中悪人有小物火薬剤非摂取中煩悩証言追部権大非無権上昇が本資言空 新宗教書公編集戦弱本願具悪性現代生じ輪廻へ血気上位小子即入弱上無意楽一心人意の入空境内自主しと上際無変極上苦悪同族自主愚心有益化心し高層説せのもうみ 下脱の降臨際もなし高速かむるものはみな有無を離ると述べたも平等覚に奇妙せよ。ナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナ幸運無下女国一切の上に触りなし光沢かむらぬものぞなき汝義を奇妙せよ。ナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダムナモアミダ よ Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you are able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. In and out. As you breathe in, you'll feel energy filling your body. And as you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Namanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda, Vitsanamanda. Namanda. Let's conclude this morning's service by reading a Buddhist aspiration. Let us be grateful for this moment together, united by our aspiration to see the world as it is, not as we would like it to be, so that we may alleviate suffering for all beings. Let us be wise so that we can see both sides of conflict with clarity and not insist that we alone are right. Let us be compassionate so that we can help all people without discrimination or judgment. Let us be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than ourselves. Let us allow the aloha in our hearts to manifest as mahalo for the great ohana of life and the blessings of the Aina. In the Honganji tradition, we express our gratitude for all-inclusive wisdom and all-embracing compassion in this unrepeatable life by placing our palms together bowing our heads and saying, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida, Namo, Namo Amida Buddha, entrusting an all-inclusive wisdom and all-embracing compassion for the great enlightenment to come. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida, Namo Amida, Namo Amida Buddha, Namo Amida. Well, thank you very much for joining Chanting the Shōshinge, which we have every day at 8:30 in the morning, Hawaii Standard Time. And in a couple minutes, we'll be starting our Sunday morning service, so hope to see you there. May your day be filled with aloha. Namanabs, namanabs, namanabs. Namanabs. Good morning. Let's begin this morning's service by singing the Vandanati Sarana in Pali and English together. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhamman saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida, Namo Namo Amida Buddha, Namo Namo. Let's chant the hymn, Gasho with Amida, and the words will be on the screen. I recite Amida's name with deep joy and gratitude. I gasho with Amida, trees and grasses and flowers all grow in great compassion. This light shines throughout the world. I gasho with Amida. Flowers bloom and flowers fall. From the seeds sprout new flowers. This is the truth unchanging. I gasho with Amida. Springtime brings the happy birds. Their songs all praise Amida. I join them in Nembutsu. I gasho with Amida. When I call Amida's name, it's Amida calling me. Buddha's voice, my voice are one. I gasho with Amida. When I'm lonely, I recite Namo Amida Butsu. Then I feel great compassion. I gasho with Amida. Nembutsu in work and play, every day with Amida. Every moment filled with kindness to all living things. I will follow this teaching. Eitaikyō with Amida. In the clear bright morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night, Eitaikyō with Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. I live in great compassion. This great power guides my life. Eitaikyō with Amida. The virtue of Amida's vow is shared equally by all, together attaining awakened mind. We are born in the land of peace. Namanda, it's namanda, it's namanda, it's namanda, it's namanda. Namo Amida. Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you are able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. In and out. As you breathe in, you'll feel energy filling your body. And as you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Vitsunamanda, 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 Vitsunamanda. If you're able to do so at home, we'd like to encourage everyone to offer incense at this time. The offering of incense is an ancient rite of purification, and it's an expression of gratitude for the Dharma teachings. Offertory, or making donations and offerings to the temple, is the practice of Dharma, the first of the 6 paramita perfections in the Mahayana tradition. If you'd like to make an offering today, you can scan this QR code, or you can go to our website and click on Donate, and you'll be able to make a donation online. Let's read the Golden Chain of Love together. I am a link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends not only my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida, Namo Amida Buddha, Namo Amida. Okay, we're going to be going to the Children's Dharma story time, so I'm going to move down to the floor, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Took a while. Hi, good morning. Whoops, wrong keyboard. Here we go. Yeehaw! Aloha kakahiaka. Ohio gozaimasu. It's me, Barkley the dog, the rascal dog, the star of the Children's Dharma Story Time. And this here is Lucy the Ladybug, the love of my life. Hoo-wee! Well, good morning, everyone. I hope you are well and feeling fine this wonderful morning. Let's put on our magic glasses from Maui Optics and see who all is with us here this fine Sunday morning. Let's see. I can see Melody. Hey, Melody, congratulations on getting all outstanding on your report card. Grandpa and Michan are super proud of you. And hey, young Cadence, happy birthday, young fella. Next time I see you, we're going to spoil you rotten. Okay, let's see what else we can see. Oh, there's Lidenoy and Meliana and Kava and Lena. And I see Micah and Emmy. And oh, look, there's Nolan and Cora and Maddie in Colorado and Ty, Cruisen, Ison, and Jai. And I see Kenneth and Sierra, Lindsay, Wesley, and Marin, and Benji and Tori and Tyrus and Kalena. And Dharma buddies from around the world. Thanks to our sponsors for making it possible to live stream to you every Sunday, except last Sunday when the internet broke, but that's okay, we'll figure it all out. Okay, And mahalo to Auntie Jean for being our book sponsor. Thanks to her kindness, we have a great story for the Dharma buddies today. Well, that's right. Today's story is Grumpy Monkey by Suzanne Lang, illustrated by Max Lang. Okay, Sensei, you got the slides in the wrong order, but that's okay. There we go. Okay, and then we'll go to full screen on the slides. Grumpy Monkey by Suzanne Lang, illustrated by Max Lang. This book is dedicated for our parents, SL and ML. Grumpy Monkey by Suzanne Lang, illustrated by Max Lang. One wonderful day, Chimpanzee woke up to discover nothing was right. The sun was too bright, the sky was too blue, and the bananas were too sweet. Jim was confused. What's going on? Maybe you're grumpy, suggested Norman from next door. I'm not grumpy, Jim insisted. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Maribel. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked Maribel. It's such a wonderful day. But look how you're standing, Maribel said. It's true, said Norman. You're all hunched. So Jim loosened up. Then he ran into Lemur. Jim's grumpy, Norman said to Lemur. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked Lemur. It's such a wonderful day. Grumpy? Me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. Grumpy? Me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. Then why that frown? Said Snake. I think it's because he tripped over you, Norman whispered to Snake. So Jim put on a smile. Finally, Jim looked happy. But he didn't feel happy inside. Jim didn't feel like singing. You should swing with us, said the monkeys. Jim didn't feel like swinging. Jim didn't feel like rolling. Jim didn't feel like strolling. You should lie in the grass. You should stomp your feet. You should take a bath and make a splash. You could hug someone. You should laugh. You should take a nap. You should eat old meat or some honey. You should jump up and down. You should sit in the sun. You should dance. But Jim didn't feel like doing any of that. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked the others. It's such a wonderful day. I'm not grumpy, shouted Jim as he beat his chest. And he stormed off. Jim felt sorry, a little sorry for shouting at everyone, but mostly sorry for himself. I guess I am grumpy, Jim sighed. And just as he was starting to feel really sad, he came upon Norman. Norman was slumped. His eyebrows were bunched up, and he was frowning. "What's the matter? Are you grumpy?" asked Jim. "No, I danced with Porcupine," said Norman. "Are you okay?" asked Jim. "It hurts, but I'll probably feel better soon enough," said Norman. "Are you still grumpy?" "Yes," said Jim, "but I'll probably feel better soon enough too. For now, I need to be grumpy." "It's a wonderful day to be grumpy," said Norman. Jim agreed. And he already felt a little better. The end. And that was the story Grumpy Monkey by Suzanne Lang and illustrated by Max Lang. Bee-ha! Wasn't that a great story? What part did you like? Really? I loved that part too. Say, Lucy, what part did you like? Well, I loved how Jim Pansy just woke up one morning and felt grumpy. All of his friends tried to cheer him up, but sometimes you're just grumpy. It takes a while for Jim to admit to himself that maybe, just maybe, he is grumpy. And then Norman, who isn't grumpy but not very happy because he... Ouch! I like that part too! Did I tell you once I was playing with a porcupine and poked my nose into her needles? And boy, did I know I was alive right then. Ah-wee! Ah-yee-ha! And Norman the gorilla is very wise because even when it hurts, you'll probably feel better soon enough. And remember, it's a wonderful day to be grumpy. Ee-ha! Say, you know what makes me feel better when I'm grumpy? That's right, cream puffs from Komoda Bakery. Say, Lucy, did I ever tell her about the time that me and Calvin and Betty and Michelle invented the cream puff? Oh, Berkeley, tell me more. Well, you see, one day I was in Paris, in France, and hanging out and just writing poetry in a cafe when suddenly, fade to black. Hey, Sensei, I think you forgot something. Really? What's that? Be good. Be good. But not too much. Hey, Barkley, you learned to make pastries in Paris? Bee-ha! Not really. I learned to eat pastries in Paris. Bon appetit. Oh, Barkley. So there I was, writing the great American novel in Paris in one day. Fade to black, for real this time. Okie dokie. It's time for the Dharma talk for adults now. And mahalo, Dharma buddies, for paying attention. And we're going to talk to the adults now, okay? Bee-ha! Aloha, kakahiaka, ohau gozaimasu. It's me, Barkley the dog, the rascal dog, the star, the children's Dharma story time. And this here is Lucy the ladybug. Come here, Lucy. Here, Lucy the ladybug, the love of my life. Woo! Well, good morning, everyone. Sensei asked me to give the Dharma talk for adults this morning, so here goes. So here goes. Be good, but not too much. Namo Amida Butsu. That's it. End of Dharma talk. Me and Lucy are going to mosey down to the Tasty Crust and eat us a mountain of pancakes. See y'all again real soon. Ahui-ho! Fade to black. Oh, Barkley is such a rascal. He's always stealing my jokes. Be good. I don't think anyone would object to the idea of teaching children to be good. As parents and grandparents,
uncles and aunties, we're certainly not encouraging children to be bad. So, why, but not too much? In the Children's Dharma Storytime book today, Grumpy Monkey by Suzanne Lang, Jim the chimpanzee wakes up grumpy. Jim is not sure why he is grumpy, he just is. His friends try to cheer him up, but Jim doesn't feel like singing, dancing, or laughing. Jim is grumpy. In the end, his friend Norman the gorilla, he sits together with his friend Norman the gorilla, and they're both feeling kind of grumpy, right? But they both know that they'll probably feel better soon enough. And it's a wonderful day to be grumpy. End of story. So in popular language, the language that we might be using today, particularly during the pandemic, it's okay not to be okay. So especially during this ongoing pandemic, which doesn't seem to want to end, the words, it's okay to be not okay, remind us that we live in extraordinary times, and the natural human reaction when faced with great change is to become angry, sad, depressed, anxious, and yes, even grumpy. When a friend is grumpy, we try to cheer them up. With the best of intentions, as friends, we suggest ways to make them feel better. But sometimes people just need to be grumpy for a while, until they do feel better. In reflection, many times over the past couple years, I just need to be grumpy for a while until I feel better. It's okay to be not okay is a reflection of reality as it is, the reality of human life. In Shin Buddhism, you'll often hear the expression, just as you are, in the context of the working of Amida's vow in your unrepeatable life. Now, in the words of Shinran Shonin, Amida's vow is, from the very beginning, designed to bring each of us to entrust ourselves to it, saying Namo Amida Butsu, and to receive us into the Pure Land. None of this is through our calculation. Thus, there is no room for the practicer to be concerned about being good or bad. End quote. The words of Shinran Shonin, he signed this as Gutoku Shinran at age 86. And you can find this in the letter on Jinen Honi, in the Land for the Latter Ages, page 530 in the collected works of Shinran. I recently had a rare and wonderful encounter with a woman at the end of life. Let's call her Auntie K. And she said, I'm a bad Buddhist, and I'm so happy. Gee, Auntie, what do you mean? And Auntie K said, I never went to church on Sundays. I wasn't an active member at the temple. I'm a bad Buddhist. Now, my ego self, me being me, desperately tried to think of something profound and meaningful to say. But Auntie K beat me to the punch. She said, I am embraced by Amida Buddha's great compassion because I'm a bad Buddhist. Isn't that great? And she said this with the most incredible smile. Now, even though Auntie was a bad Buddhist, because she didn't attend Sunday services, Amida's vow was working in her life, bringing her to say and hear Namo Amida Butsu, and to go forth to birth in the Pure Land, to become Buddha. And she was absolutely assured of this. She had no fear, no doubt at the end of life. So Auntie K's, Auntie's faith of Shinjin expressed itself as extraordinary joy and gratitude, which she shared with me at the end of life. So here I am, right, the temple's minister. I'm the priest of the temple, and she, right, Auntie, is using the last moments of her unrepeatable life to teach me what is true and real in this life. So every time I reflect upon her words, Auntie K continues to teach me, even though she is no longer physically present in my life. Namo Amida Butsu. And this is what Shinran's words are trying to teach us. There is no room for the practicer to be concerned about being good or bad. And maybe we should add, being perceived by others as being good or bad. So Auntie not going to church regularly, it has nothing to do with the working of Amida's vow in her life. with her birth in the Pure Land, with her becoming Buddha, and in oneness with Amida Buddha, coming back to this world of confusion and delusion and continuing to influence my life. All of this is the working of Amida's vow in our lives. Let's explore the idea of being a bad Buddhist. I don't go to church regularly. I get angry all the time. I'm stressed out. So, in theory, a good Buddhist goes to church regularly, is always calm and collected, is never stressed out. That means I'm a bad Buddhist too. Oops. So isn't a good Buddhist supposed to practice meditation, chanting, praising the Buddha, saying Namo Amida Butsu, and making offerings of money and time and goods? That's what a good Buddhist is supposed to do, right? These are the 5 virtuous acts in the Pure Land stream of Mahayana Buddhism, the 5 actions or the 5 karma you can take to assure your birth in the Pure Land. So if there's one reason to come to temple for Dharma family service on Sundays, is that you get to experience all of these 5 virtual acts during the Sunday service order. Think about it. We practice meditation, chanting, praising the Buddha in the sense of singing gathas and reciting things together, so the wisdom of the Buddha together, making offering of incense during the service, making a monetary offering in the offertory bowl or the offertory boxes, or donating flowers, fruits, vegetables, sweets, whatever, or the physical labor or professional expertise to the temple. So Honen Shonin, Shinran's great teacher and the 7th of the Pure Land masters in Shin Buddhism, emphasized that saying Namo Amida Butsu was the embodiment of all virtuous practices. Just say it, Namo Amida Butsu. Right? There's no need for a temple. There's no need to chant a sutra. There's no need to make donations. There's no need to shave your head. There's no need to become a priest, to become a monk. There's no need to wear robes and stuff. Oops, no need minister, but that's a different discussion. Just say Namo Amida Butsu and entrust in Amida's vow to save all, including you, just as you are. Anyone can say Namo Amida Butsu, anytime, anywhere. You don't have to go to school, you don't have to go to seminary, you don't have to memorize a bunch of stuff. You just say Namo Amida Butsu. And even if you can't read or can't go to church or whatever, you can say Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. You can entrust in Amida's great compassion. Now, as Americans, we are conditioned to expect a benefit from anything that we do. Right? What's in it for me? What's in it for me? Before I do that, you have to tell me what's in it for me. So, for example, we end up in this situation. Right? I meditate for 1 hour a day. I am much less stressed. And now that's a good thing, right? But it always leads us, as human beings, it leads us to this egocentric thinking or saying out loud, and you should meditate too, you're all stressed out. Okay. In essence, right, my ego self wants to believe the benefit of practice is always me being superior to others. So you should be meditating too. You should chant the Shōshinge every morning like I do. Thus, we expect the study and practice of Shin Buddhism should lead to me becoming a better me. That the faith of Shinjin should result in a change that other people can see, that how we are perceived by other people. Right? Having religious faith is something that a change that other people can see in us, so they praise us, maybe. But that's not what Shin Buddhism teaches. So in the words of Honen Shonin, persons of the Pure Land tradition attain birth in the Pure Land by becoming their foolish selves. This is the wisdom of Honen Shonin, the founder of the Jodoshu tradition, and the great teacher of Shinran. Again, you find this in the Lamp for the Latter Ages, fascicle number 6, Collected Works of Shinran. When you read the entire passage, it's clear that Honen is saying, putting on airs or going through the motions of being a good Buddhist have nothing to do with birth in the Pure Land. It's all Amida's working. So going to church, right? Donating money, time, labor, studying the sutras, praising Amida, chanting, singing, reciting. These are all good Buddhist things to do, at least on the surface, right? These are good Buddhists. A good Buddhist does these things. But it has nothing to do with Amida's vow working in your life to assure your birth in the Pure Land. So our human mind wants to think that by doing these things, other people will see us, perceive us as being virtuous. And that's actually what we want. Or that we can be better than other people. Right? So the benefit of the faith of Shinjin, the benefit that it brings to us, is simply awakening to reality as it is, that one's self, one's true self, right? One's true human nature, in the context of this samsara world of human confusion and delusion. So this highest degree of self-awareness is best illustrated in a poem written by Mrs. Haru Matsuda, who's a first-generation Japanese immigrant who lived in Kona, Hawaii. And her poem says this: "Embraced by Namo Amida Butsu, I vowed never to complain. Thinking thus, again I complain." The wisdom of Mrs. Haru Matsuda, who lived 1892 to 1974. Now, being human, being only human, right, we'd like to think that being embraced by Namo Amida Butsu, by the Nembutsu, by Amida's great compassion, that being embraced by Amida would make us, right, a better version of me, a better version of ourselves that other people can see. But as soon as Mrs. Matsuda made that vow, I will be a better me by not complaining, she immediately complained again, which is her true nature as a self-centered human being. But the key point, of course, is that Mrs. Matsuda sees herself doing this, right, just as I am, and realizes without a doubt that her human nature is Buddha nature. Right? Because she's only human, Amida's compassion reaches out to her and embraces her. She is what she is. And that is precisely why Amida's compassion embraces her, just as she is, utterly human. This self-awareness may not magically transform Mrs. Matsuda into a non-complainer, but being aware of her nature, and thus realizing the magnitude of Amida's compassion, is humbling. And this is the source of gratitude. The realization that I'm not perfect, I'm not worthy of being saved from myself, from my ego self, that I will never realize awakening, enlightenment, becoming Buddha through my own self-effort, just shatters the illusion and delusion of a perfect me that, in reflection, is created by my ego. Namo Amida Butsu. And in the single thought moment of realization that I'm not perfect, that I'm simply and utterly human, self-centered and flawed, I fully realize the magnitude of Amida's great love and great compassion that reaches out to me, calls out to me every day, reminds me that this life, this moment of this life, this day is unrepeatable. Amida's great love and great compassion sends Auntie Kay into my life to teach me the meaning of good Buddhist, bad Buddhist. No, it's all about Amida's compassion embracing you. So the meaning of life, the existential question, right? The meaning of life is found in your answer to this question. What are you going to do today? And if you're struggling to decide, right, what you're going to do with this moment, of this day, of your unrepeatable life, just remember this. Be good, but not too much. Okay, it's actually funnier when I do it with Barkley. Barkley, don't fall on the floor. Okay, let's try that again. Cut, and take 2. So just remember this. Be good, but not too much. Okay, thank you, Barkley. Well, thank you, Sensei. Okay, where are we? Sensei got lost again. Stop trying to be so funny. So just say mahalo. Mahalo for listening this morning, and may your day be filled with aloha. No. Okay, we're going to go back into the Naijin. Give us a second. Let's recite the loving kindness metta together. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Let's all sing Ondok-san and Gratefulness together with Naho Umitani and Reverend Toshiyuki Umitani. Let's recite the Shinshu pledge together. I take my refuge in the vow of the Buddha. Reciting the name, I will live through life with strength and serenity. I revere the light of the Buddha. I will put my effort in my work with self-reflection and gratitude. I follow the teachings of the Buddha. Discerning the right path, I will spread the true Dharma. I rejoice in the compassion of the Buddha. I will respect and help others and do my best for the welfare of humankind. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Let's all sing the Nembutsu together, the words of which you will find on the screen.
the light of compassion that grasps us, illumines and protects us always. The darkness of our ignorance is already broken through. Still, the clouds and mists of greed and desire, anger and hatred cover as always the sky of true and real Shinji. The words of Shinran Shonin, which you can find in the Shōshinge, page 70 of the Collected Works of Shinran. Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you're able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. And sit up straight and align your head, neck, shoulders, and back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes halfway so that you're looking both outwardly and inwardly. And just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. In and out. As you breathe in, think of something for which you are grateful. As you breathe out, just say mahalo. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Namanda, Vitsanamanda, 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 Vitsanamanda. Namanda. Well, thank you very much for joining our virtual Dharma family service this morning. May your day be filled with aloha.